Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Poppy Mac, and today I'm going to talk clothing, style, and mental health a little bit. So I hope that's going to be of interest. And welcome back if you're a returner, and welcome aboard if you're new. So if you like what I'm doing so far, please give me a comment, a like, subscribe, all the stuff. So I'm going to dive in. So when I started this weight loss journey nearly 2 years ago, I decided that I was going to try and rediscover my sense of style. When I was young, I used to have a definite sense of style. I was somewhere kind of steampunk meets goth meets Betty Boop, and it was very me. And I thoroughly enjoyed clothing, would wear all sorts of interesting bits and pieces and put them together in different ways and just kind of make my own style from a little bit of this style and a little bit of that style and just put them together in my own way. And that's what I would like to do again. I would like to enjoy clothing again and not wear what fits and what helps me to be invisible, because I've been invisible for a long time and I'm done with it. I'm not invisible anymore, and I am going to enjoy clothing again. I've spent the last 20 years or so in black jeans, black t-shirt, trainers, running around after my boys, and wouldn't trade that for anything. And but now I can relax a little, and other people are running around after my boys. I run around after my mum now, but she doesn't move as fast as they do, so I can still do me. So I bought clothing in various sizes and separated it into garment bags of each size. And I was working towards the next bag, the next bag, the next bag, um, through the weight loss. And so I started with this dress, which, if you can see, it's got a bit of a pinstripe. It's linen, which is why it's so crumply. It's been in a bag, needs good iron. And that was my first. I wanted to get into this. And I have got some pictures I'll show you, I'll drop in, of me trying it on at the start and it not really fitting and it gaping at the buttons. And I completely missed my window. I got it out to try on after a few months and realised that it was now too big, and I completely missed my window. So I'm thinking I might get it turned into a skirt and top, because there's a lot of it, and I like the fabric, and it would just, yeah, I think it might look nice as a skirt and top. However, for the moment, I'm hanging on to it because when I finish losing the weight I want to lose, and I've toned up and I'm looking how I think I want to look, I'm going to get a photo at the end so I can compare start to finish with the one garment. So that's this one. This one I bought at a similar time, right at the start. This is a leather jacket that I got from Vinted, and I think it cost me £25 or something, and it is leather and it's really lovely. And when I first got it, I tried it on, and it just, the edges were just here and there was no way they were going to meet. And I hung it on a hanger, and I thought, one of these days I'm going to get into this jacket, and it fits me now. So, and I wear it a lot, not at the moment because it's too hot, but when it cools down again, I shall be back in it because I absolutely love this jacket. When I first got it, I asked my mum to try it on so that I could see how it should look, because my mum's tiny, and it looked amazing on her. And I'm like, yeah, definitely going to get into that. And then I got these and these fit me now as well. They didn't, again, they're big gaps and gaping at the buttons and things, but these just had a sort of slightly Edwardian steampunky look to me. And I thought, they've got unusual collars and big buttons, and these purple ones got sort of pleaty bits and things around the bottom, and I can pretend I'm an Edwardian lady and that I haven't got a bum, it's a bustle. So yeah, so just a couple of jackets and a dress I thought I'd hook out, but I will put some photos of me trying these on later today, and of me at the start in this one. And I think there's a couple of other bits and pieces that I might dig out as well and drop some photos in. So yeah, I definitely had a look, and I'm definitely hoping to have a look again. And yeah, I'm finding it motivating. I think you have to find the things that that motivate you to keep you on track. And for me, it's having these clothes there that I can look at and think, yeah, that's next, that's next. So, and I've worked my way through a couple of my bags of clothing, which I now need to sort out and either dump, take to the charity shop, or put back on Vinted. But yeah, so it's been quite good fun. I'm starting to enjoy clothing again, and I've got some nice unusual bits and pieces. So yeah, and I also wanted to touch on mental health and how my weight is very tied up with my mental health, I think, and I very much find that I lapse into sort of retreating and not taking care of myself if my mental health is not good. So I had a bout of quite bad depression in my 20s where I didn't want to leave the house and do anything very much and was very anxious. And I didn't eat particularly well through that period. And then I realised that I'd gained a lot of weight and I wasn't happy and I needed to just sort it out. And I put myself on a strict calorie controlled diet. I'm very picky, very, very picky. I have a lot of issues around textures of foods and smells and things. So I have to eat what I like, but in moderation and watch my portion control. So I used to write down everything that I had, weigh and calculate. We didn't have the app back then, but we do now. It's so much easier. But I had a friend at the time who was less than supportive, and she used to go, whenever I saw her, she'd charge over to the chip shop and she'd sit eating chips or something in front of me going, "Oh, Poppy, I bet you wish you could eat these chips." And I'd say, "Oh, sweetie, I could eat those chips. I bet you wish you could wear these jeans." Not eat these jeans. Eating jeans is not a good idea. Yeah, I bet you could wish you could wear these jeans. So now I've got an app that I put my calories on, and you can leave yourself little reminders and comments. So one of my little reminders on my app is, "Poppy, I bet you wish you could wear those jeans," because yes, I do. I really do. So yeah. And then I sorted it out and I lost 5.5 stone at that point, and I got down to 8 stone 8, which is 120 pounds. And that's where I'd like to get back to if I can. We'll see. But yeah, and I felt so much better, and I started to really enjoy clothing and having my own style again, and just having fun. And then it stayed off until I had my twin pregnancy. That puts your body through its paces. And then after I had a C-section, and then after they were diagnosed at 2.5 with severe complex autism and various comorbid conditions that go hand in hand with that. And at the same time as they got their diagnosis, my dad got his diagnosis of lung cancer. And it just kept coming. And I think I sort of lost myself in the mix. And you don't notice when weight builds up gently. And it did. For the most part, it built up very slowly. And then, oh gosh, we hit lockdown when my boys were in their teens, and puberty and learning disabilities and autism aren't always the greatest mix. And they really struggled with the lockdown and the loss of routine. And our lockdown started before the official lockdown because the school phoned and said they couldn't come, which the government said the opposite, but the school said they couldn't. They said that they didn't have the staff, they were all isolating or shielding, so they couldn't go. And that stayed in place for a good couple of months with absolutely zero support for us. And the boys just did not cope, not at all. And their behaviour became more and more challenging. And one of my neighbours saw my injuries and contacted the police, who contacted the school, who immediately found the staff and said that they could go back. But by then it was too late, really. The damage was done. Once they knew they could overpower me, they had a sense that nobody was really in control, and therefore they became more anxious. I became more anxious, and it was very, very difficult, which is why they're now in supported living and thriving. They are really happy. But over that period, I think I just comfort ate. I ate the wrong things. I ate at the wrong times because I couldn't pause and sit and eat a meal because one or other of them would need something. And I just piled it on really, really quickly. And I was so, so depressed after I had to make the decision for them to go to supported living. I was just so broken and just really, really struggled with that decision. I felt guilty that I'd let them down, and I continued to pile on the weight. And gradually, I've done a lot of work on my mental health since then. I've been into therapy a couple of times, done the work, and a couple of years ago, I decided that I thought I'd reached a place where I could start to make me a priority again. Yes, my mum needs support, um, and she will need more and more support as her dementia progresses. So it's now or never. So I put myself back on a calorie controlled regime and started to exercise, and I've been working on it ever since. But I do have to guard my mental health, because if I let my mental health slip, then I will let everything slip. So we had an upset last week. Well, early this week, I think, actually. Shay was a bit fractious and he was lashing out, and I was caught in the crossfire. And I had to step out and let the staff manage it, which is not an easy thing to do because I want to stay and I want to comfort him. But it's better for him if they step in, they support him to his room, give him some time, he settles, gets back to his usual routines, and then I can carry on with him safely. And and we tell each other that we love each other and everything's okay again, and we carry on. And but it does trigger things. So I had a couple of nights without any sleep where things were triggered. But I'm doing the work, and I'm doing the exercise, and I'm carrying on with my calories, and I will, and I've spoken to him since, and he's fine. So, and we're looking forward to an outing on Friday. So yeah, weight. I weighed myself as I do on Sunday, no change. So am I disappointed? Maybe a touch, but I didn't gain anything, so it's all good. It's never linear, especially at this end of the exercise, when it's that last bit and you just plod, plod, plod. So I will do a measure up next weekend and I'll share that. And yeah, so we've got a beach trip on Friday, which I'm ridiculously excited for because my boys absolutely love it. We're going to Herne Bay, and it's their favourite place, strangely. We meet at we've done it before with the unit, and we meet at a beachfront cafe. We'll have lunch and then have a potter on the beach, and then there'll be some games and activities, and then we'll head for home. So it's my boys from their house, and the company that support them also support other young people in other units in London and Kent, and they're all coming from their various units to join, and it'll be a lovely, lovely big gathering, and it's really, really good for the service users to all get together, and it's really nice for the staff to all get together as well, and it's really nice. They invite the families and friends of the service users, and we all go and we have a great time. They also go to parks and things that we go along for picnics in the park, and they have like a sports day. Yeah, they do lots and lots of things where different service users from different units get to mix, and they host barbecues for each other, and they do a come dine with me through the autumn when it's a bit chilly to go out for picnics or have barbecues. They invite all the other units to come over and have a meal with them, and they have food from different countries, and yeah, they do some lovely things together, and it's really, 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 really nice. So yeah, we're doing that on Friday. What are we doing? What else are we doing? Unusual visits over the weekend, and Ryan's decided he doesn't want to go to Herne Bay in the car. So they've got a car, but no, I'm not going in the car. Seamus can go in the car. I'm going to go by train, mummy. Okay, why don't you want to go? You can park right by the cafe. Nope, I'm going on the train, Mummy. I said, all right, darling, I'll see you there. Enjoy the train. So yeah, Grandma will come, so that'll be nice. And then Mum and I are going to go to a craft memory cafe on Monday. That'll be fun. That's always interesting. Get to meet other people with dementia and their families and the ladies that run it. And we don't know what we're making this time. They always come up with something different, so that'll be fun. And it's always a really nice, relaxed atmosphere. It's a nice small group. So we did go to a different memory cafe, but it was so big, it was so noisy that Mum found it really difficult to keep track of what was going on. And when I was speaking to one of the other carers, she said, I don't know about the people with dementia, I couldn't follow what was going on. It was so noisy. So we're sticking to our local little one, and that's on Monday. So that'll be fun. That'll be nice. Other than that, I don't think there's a lot going on. I'm going to try and sort out my old car. I'm going to get it started, clean it, clear it of any junk that's lurking in there and get it ready to sell because we don't use it. It's not really practical for Mum. It's a little convertible, and yeah, it's my midlife crisis car. It's about time I got rid of it. So I'm going to get rid of that. And yeah, that's what's on the cards for the week coming. And other than that, yeah, we're just jogging along and taking each day as it comes. And I hope you're having a fabulous time too. And I will catch up with you again next week. So please like, please comment, please subscribe, and take good care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.